Looks like we're live on a Wednesday afternoon. How's everybody doing? Nothing better than getting to spend an hour with some friends. Absolutely. It's a necessity. Yeah, for our mental health, it absolutely is. I fully believe that. Dean, first one in my shop today. Dean, you're always welcome. Glad to see your name pop up. And everybody, Taylor, glad to see your name pop up. Folks that are new, come on in. Absolutely. Come on in. Make yourself at home. You are amongst some good people. And now I'm going to put these. I hate these. I just hate these. I kick them. I sit on them. I step on them. I lose them. I spend half my day looking for two things: my phone and my glasses. Three things: my knife. Right. So, how's everybody doing on a Wednesday afternoon? Not technically summer. Been watching some of the comments. The 20th? I think June 20th is the solstice. But boy, it's summer here. I mean, for all purposes, it's summer here. All of us, bunch of us, I guess from the east, middle of the country east, all had this bad heat wave come through. Houston was nuts. Ohio, that's the first thing. I talked to some folks from Ohio this morning. It's hot here. Yeah, so luckily that's passing. It's going to pass. The last 2 days here have been absolutely beautiful, but it's full on summer here. The temp's up, the humidity's up. Must be summer. And I love summer. I mean, in the winter, we forget about it, mosquitoes and flies and humidity, right? I'll take it. I'll absolutely take it. So let's see. All right, we got to start over here. Got some fun stuff to talk about today. I don't have a lot of stuff to look at, but we got some good stuff to talk about. Giveaway day. Now, technically, it's the off week or off other week or whatever you call it, but I got something. From my shop to your shop. This one's on me. We'll talk about that at 3:15. Fill everybody in. Nan is with us. Ralph Morrow. So good to see everybody's name pop up. Time with friends. Absolutely. Absolutely. So let's see. Ralph. All right. Let's see. Oh, well, let's see. All right. So Ralph Morrow, hey Taylor, busy making stuff that will probably not sell. So I'll give it away to family. That's what we do. I mean, there's stuff we make that just doesn't sell. When you start out, and I've noticed this, when you start out, let's say we start with 25 products that we've got a craft show, got a booth or whatever. Well, three of those sell. One pretty good, two okay, three we sold a couple. As you go, you kind of whittle out that stuff that doesn't sell and keep bringing in stuff that does. In about 10 years, oh, good. In about 10 years, you'll have a full booth of stuff that sells, right? So, yeah, it's just part of the process. It really is. But yeah, but at the same time, I've done the same thing. Stuff that doesn't sell goes to family or friends or coworkers or neighbors, and they love to have it too. And for us, it's already made, didn't sell. What the heck else we got to do with it? Put in a bin, wait for the next show to come up. But that's great though. Being able to give our stuff away is one of the best parts of Leathercraft. And to me, part of the fun is making something for someone. I know I'm going to make it for them, start to finish. And through the whole time, I'm always thinking, oh, they're going to love this, or I'm going to show them, that this is actually hand sewn, or I did some tooling, and people just love it. They can see your passion in it. And like with a booth at a craft show too, we do the shows not for the money we make at the shows, but for the recurring business throughout the year, right? Get our name out there, get people looking at the website, but the shows give us a chance to talk to people. They can see our passion, for our product. And a lot of people, they're, oh, we hand tool this, or this is hand step. Oh, well, isn't that lovely? Right. But a lot of people can see that. There are people out there that they see it. They can recognize the handmade quality. They see your love for it, what you put into it. That's the folks we're looking for when we do a craft show or just have a booth or on the online websites. That's who we're looking for. And a lot of folks will buy our stuff and they're happy to buy them. But a couple, once in a while, somebody will show up that just, oh, I love how you did this. Oh man, talk about the best feeling in the world. Not only to have somebody that loves something that you made, but loves it enough to pay hard-earned money for it. That's like a win-win-win, isn't it? Leathercraft is full of wins, absolutely. So I hope everybody's got some good on your work table. I've kind of been on ah, because I don't post stuff on the fan page because everything I do, y'all get to see. And once in a while, I get to work on something on my own, but it's really kind of rare and far between because most of my time I'll work at Weaver in my Weaver shop during the day, shooting videos or whatever, prepping for videos. And then in the evening, we'll go upstairs, eat dinner, play some Candy Crush, watch a little TV. And I ultimately end up back in the shop about 8 or 9, somewhere in there. And, it's like, well, I could work on, no, I got to get ready for tomorrow. So I'm back onto the Weaver projects. And sometimes the one I'm working on now, man, it's spun out of control because, like a leather element, that may be a day and a half, maybe 2 days, depending on how much prep time it takes or dry time or blah, blah. Then a project video, a simple project video, can be 2 or 3, sometimes 4 days with prep and design and editing and all that. I'm on one now that, it's one we've been needing for a long time. I've shrunk the size a little bit, so more of us got to see. I can't say what it is because that competition, we got to beat that. Oh, brother, where art thou? Who saw that? That's one of my favorite movies. It really is. We gotta beat that competition. Yeah. So, Jimmy James. Yeah. So anyway, I can't bring it up, but this will probably be just maybe not this Friday, but the next. So, and then we've got a long list of stuff we've been needing to do. I'm just gonna suck it up. They're all more difficult projects. We'll explain it. I'll explain it step by step, blah, blah. We'll make beautiful stuff. It just takes a long time to produce it. And I'm just going to suck it up, bite the bullet, and start getting the good project videos out there. Even if I'm always behind, I always am. Anyway, so point is, we got some good video projects coming up, or good project videos coming up in the near future. But I hate it because I can't bring them up. I can't mention them. I can tease them a little bit, like for this Friday, we've got a good one coming up, one we've been needing forever. So, but I'll mention that one since the competition's only got 48 hours to get it done now, right? So we should be okay. And then next week, well, we'll see. Okay, we'll see. Anyway, so I got to go through some of these comments because these are great. Let's see. Yeah, Ralph making stuff that probably won't sell. It'll start to sell. I promise you, it will start to sell. It's in the beginning, or maybe not even the beginning. It's probably always that shotgun effect. If we make something really high end, like a rifle scabbard, and we stamp it or we tool it, and I'll get another video coming up because we did a rifle scabbard. We got to do a fancy one now. We did, basket weave, traditional, looks good. Oh, we got to blow one out of the shop now, right? Okay. So anyway, there are people out there that'll buy, that'll spend the money on hand tooled and but it's a very small amount of people. So what we want is kind of the shotgun effect. What's going to appeal to the majority of people out there? That's a tough one to combine majority and quality. Handmade. Yeah, it's a tough one. It's a tough one, but we can do it. There's all kinds of projects out there that people love and will buy. Let's see. Dean, the scratchless belts. I hope that was a good video. Yeah, I just one of the thousands of projects out there I just don't think about. I had my truck, took my truck in for an oil change, checkup, and the guy was wearing a scratchless belt. I thought, really? 10 years at this, and I haven't done that yet. So there's so many projects. I've got, let's see, just did the schedule for the rest, well, really for the next 2 months, but kind of got it kind of for the rest of the year. I've got like 30 projects left over and over. Oh, we went to a Western store recently because my wife, she rides, loves, yeah. And I love going to leather. Come on, right? Oh, the boots and the saddles. And I came up with like 6 ideas, and not just from products there. Products there maybe just kind of sparked the idea, right? So I'm not taking other people's design, not going to do that. But right there, I came home. I was actually writing out in the Western store, writing down, oh, that would be a great project. Or that I came up with like 5 projects. There's no end to the things we can make out of leather. I, uh, I think I only have to do, what was it? Yeah, okay, so it just fun fact. So we acquired a Ohio travel bag, and I've said this in the past. I think in Leathercraft, we have in supply, I don't know, they're probably pared down, but let's just say it was somewhere around 6,000 SKU numbers, 6,000 products. So I figured it out. Uh, if I add 3 new products into every video, I only have to do, I think it was 5,374 more videos, which boils down to exactly 100.8 years. So I got some stuff to do, right? So anyway, the point is, oh crap, there's so many things we can make out of leather. And that's not even going in. All right, like a pouch. Okay. Well, technically on our list, a pouch, blah, blah. Yeah, but there's 80 different designs on that pouch. We had stamping or colors or lace. Now there's 2,000 possible ways to make a pouch. So anyway, all right, I've just been working on leather all day, every evening this week, and I'm fired up. I'm fired up over leather. I don't know why, because I work on this. I'm in this shop like 15, 16 hours a day. Need to get out of my shop. I need a vacation. I need a vacation. I've heard of these things called vacations, but to me, they're a little bit like Sasquatch and UFOs. There's some compelling video. I will agree to that. But until I see one myself, little bit skeptical, right? So anyway, yeah, Disney's going la 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 la. Okay, anyway, enough of that. Enough of that. So, all right, again for the new folks, come on in. Make yourself at home. Ask questions. Please do. And this is a great point because in Sheridan, I taught classes on hand sewing. Okay. I've got like a 10-page script of hand sewing tricks and tips and the way. And so in the class, in each of the 2 classes, I would say 4 folks asked 4 or 5 questions about hand sewing that I didn't even have on my list. I knew the answers to these, but it's just there's so many things, I just never thought of these. So, where I'm going with this is that for the new folks, jump in if you've got a question. Don't feel like it's as basic or as simple as new question that these folks are gonna go, "Oh, they're new." No, you'll see people, Leathercraft people bend over backwards to help out anybody and everybody. The point is, um, if you ask a question, a lot of us that have been at it a long time, it may just be something we haven't thought about. And it'll prompt us to go, oh, you know what? Wait a minute. I've got an answer for that. We might not have thought that, thought of it in the beginning. So, no stupid questions here. Absolutely not. Ask the simplest questions. Now, also, I'm trying to spruce up our lives, right? Give them a little content, something that's helpful to us as leather crafters. So each time we're gonna start doing, at least for the next couple of lives, we're gonna start talking some terminology, leathercraft terminology, things I didn't know in the beginning. Um, a lot of things might be very old school terms, but then when we hear it and we're like, ooh, what is that? And then we see the answer to it. It's like, oh, well, that makes perfect sense. So we're going to try to break this up because I started Monday and I thought, you know what? That would be a great thing to do on the live. Some good information for us, for the new folks or for the rest of us as well. Because there's still, okay, but I'll come back to this. There's still stuff I don't know. But all right, well, here's why there's stuff I don't know. So on Monday, I started researching. I just started writing down all the terms that aren't common to us, right? Um, and I started writing all these down. And so I started asking some questions, the folks that would know, holy crap, is there a lot of stuff I don't know about leather? Oh, and some of the questions, some of the answers just totally contradicted other answers. So, ooh, and it's already 3:15. Okay. So, all right. So we're going to do a giveaway today. And let me get back over to Miriam. There we go. All right. So, in my constant struggle to come up with great things as giveaways that are going to help us out, things we might not buy for ourselves, right? Or just great things to have in our shop. So this time, I've got just a couple of extra things in my shop that I love. All right. So I'm going to send these out. So here's our giveaway today. Now, let me go through the rules here. got to be contiguous US because this one's on me. I've bought a couple of these and a couple are left over from project videos. Okay. Um, so go easy on me because I'm paying for this one on the shipping. Anyway, um, so first off, put in the word buckles. If you want to enter the contest, just put in the word buckles. Yeah, hit. Right. Woo, big hint, Chuck. We'll never figure out what this one is. Um, Drop in your name. Wait a minute. Let me back up. Oh, so okay. I know. Doesn't work. They don't go together at all. Never have. Anyway, all right. So if you want to enter the contest, put in buckles. Contiguous US. All right. So go easy on me. And then at 3:45, Miriam is going to pick a winner, just a random winner. And at that point, what you'll do is send an email to us at supplyinfo@weaverbrands, weaverbrands.com. We'll need your name, shipping address, and a phone number wouldn't hurt. Okay. So that's for the winner at 3:45. We'll pick that. Okay, so here's what we're giving away. Buckle sets. I love buckle sets. I mean, talk about just making a belt look absolutely top notch. Okay, so right there, we've got a 1-inch buckle set. That's yeah. I've learned there are 3 kinds of people in this world: those that can do math and those that cannot. Okay, so anyway, we've got a buckle, a keeper, and a tip. So that's a 1-inch. We've got 2 sets of those. Next up, this is one of my all-time favorite buckles. Let me take it out of the package because this is the Horseshoe brand. There we go. Okay, so we've got 1¼ inch buckle. We've got a tip, and we've got a keeper. Love these. We're gonna have these on the gun belts. Yeah, I've got gun rig coming up on my schedule. We're gonna do a full gun rig. We're gonna use these, not the 1¼ inch, but anyway. So also in the giveaway, 1¼ inch buckle. And lastly, 2 sets of the 1½ inch buckle. Buckle, tip, and keeper. These are gorgeous. Gun belts on these are wider projects, larger projects, but at the same time, women's fashion. Oh, that would nail it. Dropping some spots or tooling or braids, conchos. Oh, bleed. Anyway, so that's it. So we've got 2 each of three sizes of buckle sets, but also I'm gonna find something else in my shop to toss in there, probably along the lines of buckles. Yeah, maybe a couple extra buckles, maybe some conchos. I'll just see what else I could toss in there. So again, this one is simply from my shop to your shop, and I hope you'll have a great time with it. So one more time, put in the word buckles. That will enter you into the contest. And I'm so behind over here. I actually, when I set this up earlier, I'll go on. I've got my channel on YouTube. I'll go up. That's the test, just to make sure we got audio, video. I'm in focus. Right? Yeah. Let's hope that. But anyway, so I'll go up just for 15, 20 seconds, make sure everything's okay. Then, I forgot why I was saying that. Crap. Anyway, yeah, I forgot what I was saying on that. And my wife says, don't do that. That makes everybody crazy, or at least makes her crazy. But I forgot where I was going with that. Anyway, okay, so buckles is the word. Just drop that in, and we'll have a winner at 3:45. So, I know what I was going to say. So when I sat down, I was looking at, and I'm just thinking, man, look at all the comments coming in already. I can't keep up with these. I can't. So my thought was, you know what? Today, let's just focus on the comments. And already we're third into this, and I've only read like 6. Yeah. So count on me to be all over it. Yeah, all over it. But Shane Cessna, saw your name pop up as well. Glad you're with us. Glad everybody's with us. Nan, you too. Let's see. All right, let me catch up here. I am no one. Very cool. Glad you're with us this week. Blue Rose Lion. Nice. And Lane McCullough, the summer solstice is at 20.51 Greenwich Mean Time on the 20th this year. That's the official start of summer. That's exactly right. And that's tomorrow. The official start of summer is tomorrow. Yeah, it gets hot here. July, August is our really hot month. February, coldest. August, the hottest. Or Yeah, August. Still hot into September, but it's starting to cool down. Yeah, it's starting to cool down. Yeah, Shane, let's see, glad to make it to the live today. Shane, I hadn't seen your name, and I was thinking about you just the other day, hoping everything's all right, and I hope it is. Let's see who else is with us. Sniper today. Oh, from Boiling Hot, Indiana. Oh, man, I bet. Ohio's complaining about the same thing. We don't have any we just don't have rain right now. I mean, there is no rain in the forecast anywhere even close to us. Weirdly, all our weather, it always comes from the west to the east, maybe from the northwest. This is all coming from the south. Absolutely. And it's kind of odd. Not a bit of rain in this. Um, Oh, let's see, Conrad Trajarski. Glad you're with us. Come on in, make yourself at home. Ask any question. You're going to get some great answers. Absolutely. Um, let's see. Bob Z, Buckles, and more Buckles. Yeah, I'll send that. If I'll put that in the box. Some Buckles, and some more Buckles. I'll see what else I can put in there. Again, just a gift from my shop to your shop. Let's see. Okay, let's see. Phil Sullivan. Phil, glad you're with us. Absolutely. Um, let's see. Just need the 1.5 inch for a gun belt. Oh, you just completed. Oh, nice. Let's see. All I have to do is sew the ammo loops and the lining to the back. I'm pleased with it. Oh, nice. Those are nice words. I'm pleased with it. When we've got a project that we're pleased with, man, the angels come out and sing and the stars line up and all is great. Yeah, that's not me for 80% of a project video. Ooh, I hope this works. Ooh, I hope this doesn't screw up. I hope I've got the right number of holes in this. I hope the die works. I hope the top coat works. And then that last 20%, oh, it came out. And then I'm like, oh, yeah, yeah, I knew it would. I knew it would come out just like this. Yeah, right. I have this European witchcraft called editing. Right, yeah. So anyway, Phil, good to hear. I hope you win. Phil, I hope you win. Code name. Hello, right back to you. Glad you're with us. Let's see. Vanessa Kitty is with us. Uh, Oh, Vanessa Kitty, yeah. Chuck, as your channel grows and the chat enlarge, eventually it will be impractical to read all of them. Y'all, I hate that. I hate that. Because I want to read every one of them. And sometimes I almost forget to go live because I'm reading the comments. That's more interesting than me. I can tell you that right now. But yeah, we typically have a chat rate of at the end it'll give us stats, a chat rate between like 8 and 24. So that's like 24. I'm not going to try to do the math. That would be embarrassing. But that's like 1,200 or more comments, right? And I'm sorry I can't read all of them. And it really does bother me because you take the time to be here. I could at least take the time to say hello, right? That just tends to make sense. So but anyway, as it grows, all right, so David, I'm not going to be in Waco this year. Weaver's not going to be at Waco, and I kicked around the idea of going out there teaching some classes, but I think it's just gotten a little too close. It's a little too close this year to get signed up for that. So I'm not going to be at Waco this year, and I kind of hate that. I love the Waco show. It's Texas is just beautiful and friendly. The best thing about the Waco show is everything's self-contained. It's the hotel and the convention center, and across the street, we still talk about this. Um, it's called the Diamondback. It's a restaurant. It's a high-end steakhouse. It's called the Diamondback. I can't remember right now. I could look at my Google Earth and figure it out. But best creme brulee. I mean, we're still talking about this. We got it 2 years in a row. It's a creme brulee on a bed of crumbled up Heath bar crumbs. Oh boy. And one of the best steaks I think I've ever had. So, and it's just right across. Oh, there's all kinds of good food right across the street. But no, I'm not going to be at Waco this year, and I hate that. Next year we're gonna talk. We're gonna talk and see if I can. Even if Weaver doesn't do a few shows, um, let's see if I can't get me out there just to say hello, just to spend some time with all the Great folks at a show. So, David, I'm sorry, it doesn't look at this point like I'm going to be at Waco this year. Um, Christopher Barnes is with us. Hello, Chuck and fellow crafters. Hello, right back, Christopher. I hope you're doing all right. So let's see. Scott Robinson, very nice. Let me back up. I jumped a little too far ahead because Scott, I want to see your comment. This thing just gets out of whack. It really does. Um, I'll see if I can't find it. Sorry about that. Uh, yeah, okay, Mike Young, Billy Blaze. Oh yeah, you're getting Texas weather, and that is odd. As long as you got some rain in there, that's a key. Um, let's see, Christian Hamburger. Good evening from Germany. Good evening, right back to Germany. Been to Germany, loved it. Still talking about that. The people, the food, the history, the beer. Can't say enough, but I'm glad you're with us. Hello from this side of the pond. Absolutely. Christian, thanks for being here. Let's see, Terry Kinsey. Yeah, longest day of the year next 2 years. That's right. Um, Hey, Cindy Charlton, Buckles. That's it. Yeah. Let's see. Vanessa Kitty, we have a heat index beyond 100 through Friday. Ow. Ow. Let's just hope that AC keeps it running. Oh, baby, because I can't sleep in an 85-degree house. I can't imagine life without AC. Um, all right, Tim Hubbard, good afternoon from Florida. And oh, good, my phone is not going to respond. What do you think I said? Okay, things are getting weird around here. Yeah, I don't know what she's doing. Anyway, okay. Yeah, I used to have one of the yeah, a series, right? Wow, does she talk back to you? I got a little irritated with her at one time and she came back with, I will not respond to that. And I was like, yeah, it wasn't really okay, a little not okay, in the middle, right? But I had like two immediate emotions. One, oh, I'm sorry. No, you're a machine. It doesn't care. It does. Anyway, okay, so let's see. All right. Um, oh, Phil Sullivan, Corpus Christi. I grew up in East Texas. Love Corpus Christi. Probably a little different now than it was in the 80s, but still love Corpus Christi. Oh man, Bobsy. All right, hurricane season starting early this year in Corpus. Oh, I hope not. We're going to keep our fingers crossed that none of those big babies come this way. Oh, little ones, maybe. Bring a little rain. But the big ones, no, no. Stay away. Monkey dust, monkey dust. Stay away. Stay away. Anyway, okay. Uh, let's see. Ken Kringle. Nice, Ken. Glad you're with us. Uh, let's see. Buckles. That will get you into the contest. Contiguous U.S. only. Take it easy on me and pitch you about that. Stop it, Buckles. No, just keep rolling. I do. That's yeah. I would say me, but I'm not talking me. I'm thinking us because getting us to talk about leather, it's not really the problem, right? The trick is getting us to shut up. Right. That's it. Yeah. So let's say okay, yeah, Dean. There's no way you can keep up. You're exactly right, but thanks for saying that nonetheless. Let's see. Oh, caps lock. Well, first off, thanks for being here. Yeah, weight belt. It's kind of that's like I've got a 3-page list of project ideas that's on there. Let's move that up to the at least on deck. Um, and let's make sure caps lock. There we go. I'm torn on this because we get some great ideas for videos, and I'd like to in the intro say, hey, like thanks caps lock, for a great idea. I don't know about the security issue. I don't know if that's good or bad or indifferent. I don't know, but nonetheless, great idea. Thank you. Going to put that on the on deck list because, like I said, I got 3 pages. Now I haven't looked at it in a while, so I might could knock some of that off, but again, the point is there's more projects. I almost think there's more projects than we can make in a lifetime. I almost feel that way. So, but anyway, like, all right. So, okay, okay, Austin. Austin, glad you're with us. Come on in, say hello. Let's see, I've been cutting strap ends, all right, by hand, yeah, but getting an actual punch to speed up the process, but can't afford an entire set. Yeah, same for most of us. Yeah. What size would y'all recommend that can be used on the most variety of projects? I might say a 1.5 inch because belts are so common to us. But also, you can punch smaller straps with a 1.5 inch. Now, there's a point, yeah, that so 1.5 inch is going to be a nice curve to a 1.5 inch. The tool makers are working that, right? Well, as you get to a smaller size, that curve remains the same per strap, right? So if you punch a 3/4 inch with a 1.5, you're really going to kind of have more of a point, but nonetheless, it's a clean, consistent point. But also oblongs, same way. I can't afford a full set of oblongs, but some I never use, like a 2 inch oblong. I probably have used that punch 3 times, but maybe a little. I think our smallest is maybe a 1/2 inch. Rarely use that too. I always go a little bit larger. Rule in leather, is that the width of the strap is the length of your oblong, 1 inch, 1 inch, 1.5, 1.5. But again, on a tool like that, say you buy a 1 inch. Well, most of our strapping is 1 inch. We can go smaller, absolutely. But if you go larger, you can always step that out a little bit, make a longer oblong. Um, Now again, the tool makers, they're taking into account the width of the belt. So if you've got a 1/2 inch, that's probably only, well, let's say a 3/4 inch. That's probably only about maybe a 3/16 inch wide oblong. Where was it when you jump up to a 1.5? That's probably a 1/4 inch, maybe 5/16, maybe even I don't think it's bumping up to a 3/8 inch wide. Anyway, the point is, that the tool makers are thinking about all this. So I might say a 1.5 inch simply because belts they're such a common project to us, and we can punch down with that. As you move along, I might say your next best bet might be 1 inch because, again, such a very common strap width. But Austin, great question. Great question. Absolutely. And anybody else, too, drop in your comments because mine's not the only one that's important here, y'all. Pitch in some good answers for Austin. Uh, yeah, Kevin Wise. Kevin, glad you're here. But no, I don't think I'm going to be at the Waco show. Um, Almost, but I think it's a little too late. Sheridan kind of if the company's gonna be there, then it's on my mind. Sheridan, that's like my mind is on nothing else until after Sheridan. I even forget that Memorial Day is the weekend after Sheridan, and then it gets here and we got no plans. Um, so I think by this point, it might be too late for me to jump in on the Waco show. I think so. So most likely I won't be in Waco this year. But I'm certainly gonna miss it. I certainly am. Um, oh, let's see, Clanalita. I think that's right. Sorry, please forgive me if I mispronounce your name. Well, first off, my glasses. I didn't clean my glasses. Um, but secondly, my eyes don't seem to be what they used to be. Hmm. A lot of things are going that way. Anyway, let's see. Clanalita. Thoughts on doing a video on a rifle buttstock cover? That's on the list. That is on the list. Um, Yeah, and perhaps a bag with multiple gussets. That's been in my mind. Let me jot that one down as well. My thought's been on a briefcase with multiple gussets, but there we go. Now it won't get forgotten. And I tried. So the next time we do a live, I'll spin through the comments. There's so many of them. Again, I don't read each and every one, but I certainly scan through these. So good call on both of those ideas. Excellent. Let's see. Oh, Joe South. Yeah. Good to have you with us, Joe. Absolutely. Let's see, that's the next project I want to work, is to try to make myself a concealed carry holster. Nice project. Absolutely nice project. Uh, Yeah, Bridget Benson is with us. Uh, okay, y'all answered a couple of questions there. I'm not gonna throw a wrench into that. Y'all answered some questions there, because sometimes I'm seeing the answer and not the question, and foot and mouth disease. Yeah, I'm definitely afflicted with that. So, uh God, excuse me, sorry, excuse me. There we go, make sure we come back. All right, night for today. Most important parts of video making. Check your fly. Yeah, I've had to reshoot a scene on that one. Um, Hit record. Oddly enough, that is a real problem with me. Uh, yeah, in that order, no kidding. I am not, because there's 20. I made a list of all the things that need to be considered before I hit record. And record seems to be the last one on that list. It's not common. It's not common, but I think I did that just yesterday. And sometimes, it's easy to go back and redo whatever you're doing, but sometimes you can't do that because I just died the project and I wasn't recording. Oh, that I was gonna say that's never happened, but I guarantee that that's happened, that to forget to hit record. Ugh. Anyway, yeah, I'm so glad y'all don't see the behind the scenes. I'm so glad. Speaking of, though, okay, speaking of, Joe and Paul are our video crew at the mothership. They shot the tour video, and boy, was that slick and clean, right? They were that was 99% Joe and Paul. The point is, they're gonna come down to my shop for a couple of days. Yay! It's like in 8 years, nobody from Weaver's ever been to my shop. In fact, in 10 years, only one person has been to my shop, and he didn't really have time because we were in the middle of a show. It was late. We had to be back at the Blade show in like 12 hours, right? Or 11. Anyway, so one of our ideas is behind the scenes video. So maybe that'll be fun. Maybe. We'll see. Yeah, right. You're right. Okay. Anyway, all right. So back over. Let's see. Oh, well, we're just jamming right along here. Let's do this because all right, we were talking about um oh, July 4th is coming up. But we'll have another live. Actually, I think we do a live on the 3rd, the day before July 4th. Day off. Yeah. All right. So anyway, um oh, and I was looking at, oh, it's so far back now. Was it Shane? Did Shane, did you get a piece of kangaroo from some friends that were coming up from Australia? Oh, kangaroo. It's a thin but extremely strong leather. Very, very expensive. Yeah. I love it. Best leather ever for lacing. Hands down, absolutely. I should use it in a video, but it's very expensive. And I kind of feel like, us crafters, it's not out of our budget by any means, but that's a big point. Is for us crafters' budget, it is a big point because again, profit isn't our motivation. The joy of the craft, that's what we're looking for. We're not a production shop. Profit, that's their whole thing, right? But for us, not really. So on one hand, yay, right? Anyway, we need to use some water, some roux for the hawkers, the bird people use a lot of the kangaroo for the jesses and the hoods because it's thin but exceptionally strong. Um, okay, so but I got a joke here. Just it made me think of Australia. All right, so what do you call a boomerang that doesn't come back? It's called a stick, right? Okay, so anyway, we have been talking about um, some terminology. Well, when I started asking some folks around, hey, what's the answer to this? Or I've heard of this, never really knew what it was. I came away being more confused than when I started. My second thought is we need more time to research this than like a day or two for the live. All right. Well, but then a thought was, but there's so many aspects of leathercraft. That there's terminology that a lot of us may not know. We've just never run across it. Or also more for the folks that are new to leathercraft. There's all kinds of terminology that when I got started, I had no idea what things meant. So I'm going to kind of break this down into categories. So we're going to start with leather cuts. Now, this is a great place to start because a lot of these, when I started out, had no idea what this was. And I think a V cut, I wasn't sure what a V cut was until I actually joined Weaver. Never ran across one, never needed one, but V cut. So I'm spinning through a catalog or through the website, and I see V cut. I think, oh, I don't need that. I don't know what it is. I don't need it. Right? Wrong. These are V cut. All this is. In fact, let's see. That's actually on my list. It's kind of down, but we'll go V cut since I was using this as an example. A V cut's just a double shoulder. That's all it is. But it's from a Brahma bull. Now that big hump, right? So there's a cut. There's literally a V in the back of the double shoulder. That's all it is. Great thing about these, they're huge. It comes from a Brahma bull. They're enormous double shoulders. Great part too. And I should have checked this, but I'm 99% sure we sell these not by the foot, but by the piece. So it's a great buy for us leather crafters. It's a good piece of leather, ample width. Now, with a double shoulder, um, a lot of the high-end belt folks, they take their belts out of double shoulders because that goes across the hide and not lengthwise, which I'm told is more strength, less stretch. Now, for the rest of us, we can cut a belt out of just about anything. Absolutely, and I do. The only downside to double shoulders is typically they don't have enough length to get belts up to maybe up to mid 50s to mid 60s, right? Our extra large folks or larger. Whereas a side, man, we've got 8 or 9 feet there. Well, maybe, and we'll come back around to that. Maybe. But anyway, a V cut is simply a double shoulder, but it's a good price and it's a big piece of leather. Okay, well, let's back up because for us leather crafters, leather it's a quantity deal, right? The more we buy at one time, the less we pay per square foot. Well, maybe, like I said, because talking a V cut, we're going to pay a per piece price for that. Same with the single shoulders. But say sides, most likely we're going to pay foot on that. Well, here's where I'm going with this. So a side, that's probably going to be our best per foot price, depending on the quality, right? Well, for us crafters, that may not be the best cut for us because um, I've got two 8-foot cutting tables. They're 3-foot by 8-foot tables. These are still not long enough for a good sized side of leather. So if we're working on, say, a, a desk in a spare room, maybe a 2.5 or 3-foot wide by 4 foot, maybe 5-foot long desk, a side's going to be an absolute pain in the butt to work with. We'll never get that on. We're going to struggle to cut that. We're going to struggle to store it. So a side, great deal, but it may not be the best cut for us. Okay. So working down, let's start at the top. A whole hide or a hide. That's a full piece of cow. That's the whole cow. Typically going to be about 45 square feet. You can find those in veg very rarely because that's more for the upholstery. Typically a whole hide or a hide is a chrome tan leather because the upholstery and the garment weight, folks, they need big panels. Think of your sofas or garment, right? Love seats or recliners. So they need much larger panels. So that's a whole hide. Now, but when we're buying a whole hide, that's going to be a low per foot price. I mean, like 250, 350, depending on quality, but a standard whole hide is going to be kind of in the $3, maybe $4 a foot range, 45 square feet. That's a pretty expensive piece of leather. Well, but by the foot, not really. Okay, we've got a hide, whole thing, side, half of a cow. These are going to be about 24 square feet, give or take. Some can be up to, the biggest side I ever got was a Latigo side, and I think it was 36 square feet of leather. That thing was about 10 feet long. Guys, at 345, these are simply not long enough for my yapping. Okay, so time to draw. I'll come back to this because we haven't even gotten it. We've only gotten 2 out of 8 cuts of leather. Excuse me. There we go. Okay, so, all right. I'm gonna jump over. Let's see. Okay. We have a winner for some buckles. Yeah, and maybe not just buckles, maybe a couple extra things. I'll see what I can toss in there that may help you out in your shop. So our winner this week, Alan Hamilton. Yay! Congratulations. I know I need, right? Yeah, I need some apps for effects and all. Alan Hamilton, congratulations. I hope you can use these. I hope they'll really make some projects pretty. So, all right, now, Alan, here's what you need to do. You're going to email us at supplyinfo@weaverbrands.com, or you can simply go to the website. Absolutely. We've got an email address there. We're going to need your name, address, and a phone number. Wouldn't hurt. And we're going to get a box out. Now, Alan, give me about 48 hours to get 48. It was a great live until 3:45, and it took a left turn. Anyway, Alan, give me about 48 hours to get that out, and I'll see what I can put in there. But again, congratulations on the win today. I'll see if I can get you some good stuff that'll work for you in your shop. I hope so, because I love these buckles and use them everywhere. All right. So great giveaway today. Now, one more point. Next time, because I talked about this the last time we were on a live, we're going to do, I'm going to try to talk the boss into letting us go with a piece of Western Crunch. That's a gorgeous piece of leather. Some beautiful colors in that. Yeah. So anyway, we're going to try that for next time. The next time we get together, we'll do some Western Crunch. I'll see if the boss will okay that. But anyway, again, Alan, congratulations. And y'all, everybody, thanks for jumping in. Thanks for entering the contest. But more than that, thanks for just being here. Thanks for just jumping in. It is such a pleasure spending some time with friends. Nothing better, nothing better. Uh, oh, okay, story concepts. I need to get back over here. Okay, so anyway, the shield, no, it's a wood shield. It's about that thick. It's layered so that two swords can go through it. Yeah, and I just painted some Celtic knotwork on it. Yeah, it's actually about that thick. It's a decorative. It's for a wall. I don't have swords going through it. And it kind of just occurred to me, why not? Right. Man, I am always late to the party. So anyway, but nonetheless, story concepts. Thanks for asking. Absolutely. Thanks for asking. Thanks for being here. Absolutely. So, all right, let's see. Yeah, okay. I am no one. It's a good point. It's a good point. Let's see. Sorry. Um, let's see. I always tell myself that wasn't a mistake. I meant for it to look like that. That's of our projects, isn't it? Right? And Joseph Tucker, a gentleman I used to work with, love him to death, one of my great people to be around. He had a saying: if you mess up a good project, call it a prototype and move on. What a perfect statement for leather workers, right? That's just call it a prototype and move on. But you're exactly right. On this project video that I'm working on, I had a design or a decoration for our design. Man, I mean, literally, I had the leather cased and I'm ready to go. And I thought, nah, screw it. Let's go a different direction, which is always dangerous, right? Who does that? Who does that, right? You get your project, it's cut, you got your leather cased, it's ready to, and then all of a sudden you make a left turn and go with a toe. Sometimes it comes out, right? Sometimes we really nail it. And then sometimes we really don't. Yeah. So I was going to say plan ahead. What is it? Make the plan, follow the plan. Yeah, no, I'm not going to do that. But it's our damn project. We do whatever we want to with it, right? Yeah. So, okay. So let's see. All right. While we've got a little time left, let's jump back over to this because I feel like it is helpful to us. Because, again, a lot of cuts of leather for us crafters, it's just too big to deal with. And like I said, I got an 8-foot table. When I roll out a side, it hangs off on both ends and on the far side. I can deal with it on a 3x8-foot table, but not all of us have that kind of room. We're crafters. So the cut is actually, in my opinion, a little bit more important than the footage, the square footage. Anyway, all right, so we got to a side. Now here's two that I was never really familiar with. All right, a back, a back of the leather. That is everything but the belly. That's a whole hide, but the bellies have been stripped off. That's for the production folks because the belly is the least preferable part of the hide for the production shop. They can't do much with it. It's good news for us crafters though, because we get them cheap and it's good leather. It's nice to keep a couple of single bellies in our shop, and it's a great point. I use 4 to 5 ounce and 8 to 9 ounce all the time. Always had it in my shop, but from time to time I want a 5 to 6 or a 6 to 7 or a 3 to 4. I don't want to have to buy a full side or a single shoulder or double shoulder just because I need to make two little billets right out of a 5 to 6. So a belly, great thing to keep in our shop in the weights that we don't typically use. Okay. So a back, a double back is everything but the belly. A single back is half a hide minus the belly. Okay. So that's what a back is. Here's another one I was never really familiar with: a single bend and a double bend. All right, so a single bend and a double bend is a back minus the shoulder and the belly. Okay, so you've got a pretty long piece there, but it's more of a rectangular piece. Again, great for the belt makers because they have very little waste on that. But that's a bend and a double bend. It's one of my favorite leathers. If you get one of our water buffalo, like the Crazy Horse, that should be, I think we have that both in single and double bends. But if you get a single bend, that again is we've got some length and we've got some width, but it's not an enormous piece of leather. It's not a bigger piece of leather than we can work with on our work table. So for us crafters, a single bend actually is a pretty good way to go. Then we come down to a double shoulder. Again, that's both shoulder blades on a cow. Great cut for us leather crafters. In fact, that's one of my favorite cuts. And then half of that, single shoulder. For us crafters, that's a great cut of leather. Now, we don't have length. So for belts, most likely not. But it's a good, big piece of leather. And with Ed Weaver, we've got the prettiest single shoulders I've ever seen. Hands down, ever seen. But it's a good price for us crafters. And again, per piece and not per foot. So if you get a really big one, score. Yeah, and you can always take that price, divide it by the footage, and you can see what you're paying per square foot. So that's kind of, I hope that's a little bit of help, maybe explaining some of the different cuts of leather, because a lot of these can be very confusing to us, mainly because we just don't use them, right? I've always, before I started with Weaver, I worked with sides, but single shoulders and double shoulders, those were my go-to all the time. So hopefully this will be a little bit of help to you to choose the right piece of leather, the right cut of leather that are first off price, but secondly, that we could actually deal with in our shop in the space that we have to work with. So next time I'll pick another category. We'll see if we can come up with some good terminology. I'll do a little bit of research, but also too, I've got on my to-do list. Um, there are two companies out there, Fibings and Herman Oak, and they are just the kindest, friendliest people you have ever met. So I'm going to make a phone call to both of those, see if they don't have some giveaway stuff, like some posters, just something that they would like to pitch in as a cool giveaway on the live. Because a Fibings poster, right? That's cool bling for our shop, isn't it? Yeah. And let's see what Herman Oak has too, because they're some great folks. Let's see if they want to pitch in some stuff as well. So, all right, 353. We are moving right along. Yeah, not at all. We ain't moving along at all. All right. So, tricks and tips for the new folks. Here's one. This is a big help, and I never did this until a couple of years ago, and yeah, crap. Okay, give me a second. I'm sorry, but give me a second because really, I know you expect me to get up and me be in my pajama bottoms or my shorts, right? Anyway, okay, so this is a big help to me, and rags are always a problem. Well, they used to be a problem in my shop because just to find a good cotton rag for buffing, it's hard. I mean, old t-shirts, great, but pretty soon you run out of these, right? And then I like to apply things like our the leather balm with a fleece because it absorbs a lot of the leather balm and we can do a much larger area instead of keep dipping and all right, so here's my answer to this. Go to a fabric store and this is what made me think of it because I haven't been in a long time because the last time I did, I bought like 2 square yards of 2 different kinds of fabric. I'm still using them. In fact, you can probably see my rag box. Yeah, right there, my rag box. Here's where I'm going with this. So go to your fabric store. First off, this is just a basic cotton. This is just what t-shirts are made out of. But when you find this on sale, incredibly cheap, I got just a square yard of this. It was like a couple of dollars. In fact, it was so cheap, I don't even remember how much it was. I think I spent more on the gas to go than I actually paid for materials. But now, no kidding. I've got rags for probably a year on just that piece. It's probably 4 or 5 bucks. And the other one right here, this is the fleece. This is what the sweatshirts and sweatpants or whatnot. This is just a simple fleece. And in fact, I found this on sale too. So I think I got maybe 2 square yards of this. Gosh, I don't know. It was like 10 bucks. Well, but now, no kidding. I hit the fabric store and bought that I bought a blue piece and a gray piece of the fleece. I'm still using the gray piece, still cutting out because I'll just cut out little pieces like that to use as rags. That thing will go forever. So now you can buy bundles of rags at the hardware store. They suck. They're rough and they're harsh and abrasive. They're just not what we're looking for. So just a simple cotton fabric and a simple fleece fabric, and you are going to have rags in your shop for years to come. And no kidding, you're going to spend almost no money on it. That was last week, and I don't remember what I paid for those, but I think both it was like 15 bucks. Anyway, so rags always a problem, no longer a problem because I used to always hunt in that stupid box trying to find a t-shirt that's got a collar and then I have to cut those out so I don't scratch the leather, right? Oh, I'm not even going to go into that. Something really funny that we talked about. I need to find these. Let me jot this down because I got an invention. Yeah. Okay. Hold on. Because I got to remember this. Um, there we go. Because you're going to laugh. I'll have this next time. You're going to laugh because this is funny. I invented something by actually cutting up pieces and parts of clothing for rags. Okay. So 357, one more point. Let's get over to notes from the boss. Okay, coming up this Friday, skillet handle. Finally did a skillet handle. Did a basic just to get the feel for it, but it looks pretty. It really looks pretty. It's a pretty handle right there. We can stamp, we can tool, we can wet form, so many ways to go. But we did just a simple one. Actually looks pretty good. All right, so that's coming up this Friday. Outtakes coming along, coming along. It might even be getting close. Shane, I'm not dancing. Okay, maybe a little. All right, so notes from the boss. Summer kits sale going on through tomorrow. Save 10% on all kits with code KITS10. KITS10, KITS10. I love the kits. There's because you get everything you need. A lot of kits. I got to help design most of the kits that we sell. Maybe not most of them. But anyway, no fluff. They're not full of crap. We got no need, want, desire to use. It's exactly what we need. Kits are great. Let's see, embossed leather. Oh, okay. I ordered one of each just this morning. So I have that. We'll do that as a product of the week on the next live. These look good. All right. Here's one that's going to sound funny to us. And it's still fun. It sounds funny to me. We do a marketing meeting every Tuesday. We're already talking about fourth quarter. Yeah, Halloween, Black Friday, Christmas/holidays. Okay. Here's where I'm going with this. If you have some kind of, and I'm going to leave this open for a little bit, after we sign off, just if there's something there you needed me to say, you can always email me at Weaver, absolutely, and please feel free to. But the point is, if you've got great ideas for project ideas for Halloween, for maybe Thanksgiving, Christmas slash holidays. If you've got some good ideas there, please feel free to drop them in. We can do, like decorations, blah, blah, ornaments. Yeah, yeah. Looking for something really creative. I struggle with Halloween. Holiday pinnacle of the freaking year. But what do we got that's Halloween themed? I did a pumpkin, um, a uh, a pumpkin mouse pad. It was kind of it's orange, but it was kind of being torn off into the breeze. Had a jack o' lantern on. He is not okay. It was kind of ugly. Let's just go ahead and throw that out there. It was not as pretty as I had hoped it would be. It looked good. It looked good. But anyway, so you've got some great ideas for anything. Drop them in here, absolutely. And we'll see if we can't get some good Halloween, Thanksgiving, and Christmas projects, at least on the list. At least on the list. All right, 4 o'clock on the nose. One more. I know I was gonna say, ooh, I nailed it. Right on the nose. Yeah, no. We've met. I'm not gonna nail it. Right. Anyway, product of the week, because again, a great point, but it's a good product. All right, so for so many years, forever, this has been the rougher. So if you need to rough a piece of leather, great example. Say we're going to add contact cement, but we've got a finished back or we've got a real smooth back and we really need that to stick. We can rough the back up. It'll take the glue better. This thing has always been a headache to me because this literally will take skin off of you. You can't imagine how, geez, it almost did. Almost took some skin off. They're great. They're great, but they're kind of a nightmare. It's kind of a love-hate thing. You can replace this piece actually, and we sell these. I think we're out of stock on these right now. But the point is, that thing will take a finger off, right? All right, so we do carry, this is a small rougher. It's got a knurled point right there, or knurling file thing stuff. Anyway, great, Chuck, all over it. So anyway, this is a much smaller rougher. So if we're trying to hit a small, like we just want to rough our edges for some glue or whatnot, easy to manage. This is a cool rougher. Anyway, product of the week is a rougher. Got to have one in our shop. Absolutely. It's a must-have for our shop. Okay, we're going to wrap it up. It's a quick hour, isn't it? It is a quick hour, but it is the pinnacle of my 2-week period. Y'all, thanks for being here. More than you know. More than you know. Thanks for being here. I hope it's interesting. I hope there's some good information that's going to help everybody out. Next time we get together, we're going to have a good giveaway. And I hope I'll have some more terminology. Let's see if I can boil some of this down to where it helps us out instead of just this incredibly confusing long list of blah. That's what I've actually got right now. Let's boil it down so it's actually a help to us. So y'all, again, I'm going to leave this open for a minute. See if I can get all the way to the bottom. Y'all, it's been an absolute pleasure. Everybody that's new, bless your heart for jumping in. Thanks for being here. Thanks for asking questions. Oh, Justin, any Rennies. I saw Rennies pop up. Oh, man. I tell you what, if I were a mile closer, I would come up and go to that Ren Fair with you. I bet Connecticut Ren Fair is beautiful. Y'all, again, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thanks for being here. I hate to even leave, but got to get back to the videos, right? Got to make the donuts. Yeah. So, all right, everybody, it's been an absolute pleasure. My pleasure. It absolutely has been. Thanks for being with us. Thanks for jumping in. Questions, answers, comments. Absolute pleasure. Pinnacle of my day. It really is. All right, y'all. So we'll see you in 2 weeks. Well, 2 weeks minus 1 hour. Yeah. I'll see if I can pull together a good live. I hope it was a good live, but I'll leave that up to y'all to determine. Okay, so we'll see you in 2 weeks. Thanks for being here. It's been an absolute pleasure. We'll see you then. All right. Oh, good luck with your projects. Got to drop that in there. All right. So love y'all. See you in 2 weeks. Bye.